Monterey County is known as the salad bowl of the world, an industry worth over $4 billion per year, producing over 150 crops including lettuce, broccoli, and strawberries. Yet nationwide, the skill of producing healthy food is declining. For Monterey County, the stories often untold are of the small-scale, sustainable farmers, pioneers in Monterey County's local food movement. Here are their stories and some of the groups that support them.
Historically, family farms are really the heart of California agriculture, and while 90% of farms in California are family-owned, many of them struggle to stay in business. They're faced with a system that favors industrialized agriculture, and that on top of the drought and marketing their product, simply getting their food to the consumer, all of these things make family farming really difficult.
When you're getting into farming, which is a high-risk business, regardless, I mean any business you enter into, the majority of them fail, as I've heard. Farming is particularly difficult. But for a small farmer with limited resources, no language, maybe limited education, limited business experience, it's not an easy business to be in.
Physically, it's just exhausting. Where people don't understand that farm workers and marketers and laborers, it's like athletes, trained to be. We have to be so consistent. We don't get days down. You just go and go and go, and you have to really take care of your body.
Como te digo, depende. De algunos mercados tenemos que levantarnos a las 4 de la mañana porque hacemos como lo de 2 horas hasta San Francisco y luego después terminamos, regresamos otra vez, vinimos a cosechar en la tarde porque tenemos que cargar otra vez porque otro día tenemos otro mercado a las 6 de la mañana, 7:30 tengo que estar allí y es la misma rutina de...
We help small farmers get their start. A lot of these farmers are immigrants from Mexico. The real only alternative is field work, which is kind of sporadic and pretty low paid. Here, it's basically an academy, and it helps small farmers get educated on everything about running a farm business, and also leases them land and gives them free technical assistance over the course of about 5 years to help them go basically from farm worker to independent farm business owner.
Escuchamos en el radio que hay una organización que se llama ALBA que enseña a pequeños agricultores a sembrar y el sistema de irrigación, y nosotros fuimos y agarramos unas clases por 6 meses y a mi esposo le gustó, y de allí fue donde empezamos cómo se sembraba, cómo se regaba, cómo se fertilizaba. Es una escuela que enseña a personas que no tienen la capacidad de empezar con siembras grandes y solamente con personas de bajos ingresos.
CAF began about 35 years ago. It stands for Community Alliance with Family Farmers. And we started as just a way to address issues that farmers were facing. Initially, we were focused on policy issues such as pesticide use, but we've since grown to really address issues that farmers need help with the most. From marketing to food safety to connecting farmers with buyers. So we're that on-the-ground support for family farmers.
Como el 85% sacamos de ahí de las ganancias de los farmer markets y como un 15% se los vendemos a otras tiendas o organizaciones.
What's happened in the United States is that the supermarket chains have gotten bigger and bigger and more powerful, and the fast food chains have gotten bigger and bigger and more powerful. So ordinary family farms have a really tough time at getting a fair price for what they're growing. There isn't real competition in the marketplace. And when you think about it, you want your food grown by a family farm. You want people who have a real interest in the land, not as a short-term investment, but as a multi-generational thing. So in so many ways, family farms are the best way to produce our food, and yet they're being driven out of business by these big, powerful corporations.
We feed super high-quality feed. It's really expensive. We go buy a load of chicken feed, and it costs $2,000. That's a lot of chickens you have to sell to get that money back. Our birds are sold at, we sell $6 a pound. And there are guys around selling for $7.50, and they're not even certified producers. So we're trying to make it doable.
The local food movement in Monterey County is growing, providing fresh, healthy food to people, a vital element for a life well lived.
Edible Monterey Bay started in 2011. We publish a quarterly magazine that supports and celebrates our local food community, and we define our local food community as all of the farms and restaurants and food artisans in Monterey, Santa Cruz, and San Benito counties.
Everyone's Harvest was started in 2002 by a small, dedicated group of Marina residents that partnered with myself, a Cal State Monterey Bay student at the time. Now, Everyone's Harvest operates 5 certified farmers markets and a variety of health-related programs across Monterey County.
Farmers markets such as those run by Everyone's Harvest are really important for the farmer to be able to earn a living and get their products out to the consumer in a really farm-to-direct way. Farmers markets allow the communities to be fed by their local farmer.
There's like a lot of things to do, like getting the market ready for the vendors and the customers, making it safe. So it's definitely good to have as much hands as we can get from volunteers as well. There's just so much like putting out signs and cones and tents and tables.
All of Everyone's Harvest certified farmers market except EBT. It's the modern day food stamp because everyone deserves the right to access healthy, affordable food. How it works is a low-income family member comes to our information booth, they swipe their EBT card, and they get tokens to shop the farmers market. Complimentary program that we have that started in 2009 is called Market Match, and that is where we match dollar for dollar up to $10 EBT transactions at the farmers market.
I think the number of farmers markets has increased like 4-fold in the last 20 years. It seems that people are wanting to get more in touch with where their food is coming from. And we're hearing from our clients too, because we help sell this farmers produce. We're hearing from our clients that they really want to know that it's coming from local small farms.
Customers know where their food is coming from. They can talk directly to that farmer or that farmer's helper and know exactly if they're using pesticides or if they're organic, where their farm is, and it basically gives that California family farmer a place to sell their produce.
If I buy from here, this market, the food comes from around this area, Monterey Bay. So I know like some food can be from Salinas, some of it from Castroville, my artichokes, you know. So yeah, I've learned and saw some of the farmers and the farms, so it's good to actually go out there and see how the produce is grown.
One of the nice things about farmers markets that we've seen evolve is they've kind of become the new town square. As you can see, it's a very social place to be. People come to see their neighbors, to meet, to enjoy. We've also found that it's an ideal place to provide some health services. This is a good place to sign up for health benefits, for food security benefits. It really has become a source of neighborliness, of health, of education. We've also had food demonstrations with healthy recipes. So we're trying to make it so much more than just a place that sells produce. It's also become a place where you can meet, learn, enjoy, become educated.
I enjoy going out to the farmers markets and talking to people who have lots of questions. My beekeeping also allows me to work with the bees and to help increase the population that has been declining over the past years. If we lost the bees completely, you can actually take 1/3 of the food off your plate.
To raise a product and process a product and take it to the market and stand in the street and feed it to somebody for not a lot of return most of the time requires a certain amount of dedication. And for the most part, if you start asking people at the farmer's market, you should be able to ask everyone that's there, where did this come from? Who grew it? And they should be able to answer that question all the way down the line.
What I enjoy most about the market is meeting people, communicating with them, because it not only just lets me know who they are, but it creates that bond, you know, that eventually see them again, and I always see my customers again, so that's pretty cool.
I like to do farmers market and I enjoy doing farmers market is to nice interactions with the people, working directly one-to-one, but it's about inviting my community, Latino community, how to fight the obesity, cancer, and diabetes.
People need to be aware of where their food comes from and how it's made and what goes in it. And the mass marketing of these fast food chains and soda companies, none of them are really trying to tell you where your food comes from or what it can do to your body.
As a physician, I see a growing epidemic of health-related issues revolving around diet. And oftentimes, we forget the fact that what we eat is also a medication. I tell my patients often that, if you look at an apple tree in your backyard, you're going to do everything you can to make sure that you get fresh apples that are big, juicy, and crispy. And the only way to do that is to make sure the apple tree gets fresh water, good soil, and plenty of sunlight. We need to give ourselves the right nutrients. And those nutrients only come from plant-based foods. So fresh fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and nuts should be the mainstay and main part of everyone's diet.
I got some beets. I got some beets from over there. Oh, I got some bomb peaches too. Oh yeah, these peaches are from Stackhouse Brothers, and they had some samples out there, and they were so sweet.
When you come to a farmer's market, you get food, produce, fruits and vegetables that are at their peak of freshness, and they're just picked, and therefore they're incredibly flavorful. And it's hard not to like a vegetable or a piece of fruit if it's fresh and delicious.
Before I started shopping at farmers markets, I would shop, at grocery stores and buy peaches in December, and they were hard and crunchy and didn't have a lot of flavor. And then, I started shopping at farmers markets and realizing the big difference in the flavor that you get, and I can't really go anywhere else.
I really like seeing the seasonal vegetables and fruits come in depending on the season, and in the supermarkets you see the same thing all year round, so that's something I really enjoy about the farmers market.
It's super fresh produce. It's local. I try to support local as often as I can. It's nice seeing the same people throughout the seasons, or if it's just seasonal, every year. I like the community that it draws to the market scene. I see people from work, people from my neighborhood.
And I get to see a bunch of my fellow students and classmates, and I run into friends all the time here.
I get to tell families what things kids enjoy cooking, how to start a little garden of their own and cook with their kids, and it makes me happy to see people, giving their kids a solid foundation for health for the rest of their life.
A different colored cauliflower, the purple, the green, the orange. That was kind of how I got them started eating cauliflower, because it was purple and she loves purple, so that was awesome.
I saw some cactus leaves last week, and I asked the lady how she would prepare it, and she explained to me that you could just dice it and cut it up and put it in a salad.
A little while ago, I think they were handing out recipes for different dishes, and I picked some up before.
The most important thing that consumers can do to create a more sustainable food system is learn about your food and where it comes from and how it's made and who's producing it and what it does to your body. And once you have that knowledge, use your dollars, use the money you spend on food to support the farmers who are doing things the right way and the companies that are doing things the right way. And use your dollars to buy foods that are going to make you healthy and strong, not that are going to make you unhealthy and shorten your life expectancy.
The Nutrition and Fitness Collaborative of the Central Coast is a 50-plus agency group that works for the betterment of our community. Some of them work in schools and agencies with community groups. We have individuals, but the one thing that joins us all is the increased health of our communities, our Central Coast communities, through healthy eating, through more exercise, through patronizing vendors like this, and just increasing the opportunities to make healthy choices. Farmers markets make the healthy choice the easy choice.
The prevention of disease starts with our fruits and vegetables, and more importantly, it starts at home in our kitchens, not at the doctor's office, not at the hospital, and it starts at home, taking care of ourselves.
My name is Katie Lannon.
My name is Austin Fontanilla.
My name is Jessica.
My name is Louis.
My name is Joanne Haig.
I support family farmers.
Yo soporto la familia granjera.